Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for my breaking news post-game report. Clemson barely, almost completely killed me, barely beats North Carolina. 21-20, comes down to a failed two-point conversion try by North Carolina, who is now 2-3. It's good to see all of you in here. May there to you. It's good to see you. May there to all of you. Bobby Dirkens Jr. in here. Austin's in here. Chris Stevens is in here. Sean D is in here. May there to all of you. Thank you for joining me on the post game. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I ain't sitting in front of my computer. I ain't got all the stats here. The most important stat is that Clemson won 21-20 and didn't lose 22-21. Thank y'all for joining me. I see a bunch of you on here. David Simon, Tiger Nation, my buddy, may there to you. Good to see you. Nice Guy TV. Chops is on here. Halo's on here. Ashton Owens. Okay, so let's talk about the game. Let's talk about what went on. Clay Geiger's on here. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. North Carolina comes out and scores first. Score on a long touchdown. I think what really turned and gave North Carolina some momentum. What really gave them momentum is when ETN fumbled the football. No, listen, I'm not blaming the entire performance on DTN. If that's what you're hearing, Clinton Wax out of years, that's not what I'm saying. But I am telling you the truth. When Travis Etienne fumbled that football, because we were running the ball at 6-7 yards a clip, all right? There was no stopping us at that point. We turned the ball over, and guess what happened? They started believing. They played us really, really well. They kept going back and forth with us. They were not honored to play us today. They came there to beat us. They came there to beat us today and take away the national championship. And exposed some problems with Clemson that I, even passively, said, you know what? Here's the truth. Here's the truth. It's early on in the season. They're just trying to pull everything together. They're trying to get better. Clemson's going to be fine. But now, I am willing to observe and completely admit that Lawrence does not look the same. Do I want another quarterback? Do we need to start somebody else? No. No. We need to fix him. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he walked in on his grandparents making out or something. He got some PTSD. I don't know what happened to him. But as sure as a butthole stinks, he doesn't look right. The offensive line, they were not playing in some massive, just huge, just loud as crap stadium that's just world class. I mean, I'm not taking away from North Carolina, and I could tell it was loud, but I'm telling you, it wasn't like they were playing at LSU Stadium, and it was loud, okay? It wasn't like they were the visiting team at Death Valley in Clemson. The offensive line was out of sync. They were missing blocks. They wasn't playing right. Then you turn around, you have to look at North Carolina and say, hey, look, hey, here's the deal. North Carolina came in and gave them their all. They did. So you have to hand it to them. You got to hand it to Mac Brown. They actually did really good. They did a good job. But as far as one player that I can say who actually showed up and cared about playing was T. Higgins. Thank God for T. Higgins. I think because Justin Ross last year had such an amazing year, blowout year, I believe, listen to me, I believe that T started getting overlooked. And I think he's come out and said, hey, listen, he's a teammate. I'm glad he's there, so the defense have to watch somebody else other than me. But y'all are forgetting how good I am. T. Higgins saved that game. Because that last touchdown, go back and watch it. He had to turn around and backpedal and wait for the ball. He did. And he didn't drop it. I don't know what is going on with us. I really don't understand why we're playing the way that we're playing. I don't understand why. I tell you this, on the offensive side of the ball, we look really, really, really lazy. We're out of sync. Here's the thing. If you're sitting here and you're a Clemson fan, you're like, well, who are you to say all this stuff about us? Like, listen, I'm not owed anything. But I'm telling you, on a strategy and on a game plan, we're talking about game plan. We're talking about following through. You continue to play like this, we'll get a couple of losses this year with teams who have no business even playing. We should have won that game by 21, 28 points, easily. And here's the problem. We're playing lackadaisical football. Trevor's missing throws left and right. And there's even guys like, I'm even seeing Ross drop the ball. I mean, this is a guy who we continuously see the replay of him reaching way out of bounds and snagging the ball. The ball's popping his hands and dropping. Uncle Luke's on here, says, great game, man. Hey, Uncle Luke, here's one thing I can say about it. Y'all played. And he says he's heartbroken. Don't blame you. Although I will tell you, I don't like the play call for the two-point conversion, but I like the call to go for two. I'd way rather lose the game that way than to go into like 2 or 3 overtimes and then end up losing that. Mac did the right thing. I'm going to end this game now. I'm going to end it now. But kudos to North Carolina, winning that, or trying to win that game, trying to put it away. But kudos to them for bringing it. Clemson just doesn't look like Clemson. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, they look a lot better. Isaiah Simmons is the man. Dear God, he's the man. Tiger Football Girl 17, May there too. It's good to see you. Chase Duncan in here. Good to see you. May there, buddy. May there from Joe. He says, hello from Steve. May there to Steve. Good to see you, Steve. But from Chase Duncan. Can I open my eyes now? I'm going to go through some of these comments right now. Can I open my eyes now? Yeah, you can. I didn't want to open mine. TSM Blaze said we should drop to 4th. Clemson Carson said it had, if they'd went with a different call, they'd beat Clemson. You're right. Somebody said, did we... Or do we look as good as Alabama? Today we didn't. Alabama, took care of Ole Miss. They took care of Ole Miss commandedly, Somebody wanted to know if I almost passed out. I did pass out. May there, Sean 1181. Young team, may there have to love the defense. Yep, we do. Run out of water. Here's the deal, and I'm going to close this thing down. Until we start clicking on the offensive side of the ball, I'm not worried about the defense right now. I know there's some people worried about the defense. Defense saved us. Parker Henderson just bought me a beer. At the end of the day, it's a victory. Have a beer. Thank you, Parker Henderson. Thank you for bringing me back to what is really important. And that we won, and I can have a nice cold beer on you. Thank you, man. I tell you. I'm going to knock it up for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But you're right. But just in closing here, on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to have to get clicking if we want to contend for the national championship. Because if we keep playing like that, knowing that other teams are going to come in and try to play us as hard as they possibly can, they're going to make their best calls against us. They're going to give us their best because we are number one as of this week. The truth is, The truth is, if we don't pull everything together, we will lose a game this season. We will lose a game this season. Hopefully they'll pull it together. We do have the coaching staff. We do have the tenure. We do have the talent. We do have a bye week coming up. The false start, Parker, you're right. False start's got to stop. Absolutely got to stop. Well, listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. I am Bobby Dirkens. Clemson does squeak it out 21-20 before they go into a bye week. And then their next opponent, I will be there with Prince 6'1", with Tiger Nation, and Pigskin Pete. All right, you take care of yourself. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Lord knows I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens. How do I turn this out?